Hello, and welcome to another Sinister Sunday. My daughter went to Vegas recently, and in 3 days sent me more pictures of Vegas than she has of my grandson in 2 years. So I figured we use them for these 8 urban legends that are seriously creepy. These are the most interesting urban myths and legends from Sin City. Number 1. The Ghost of the MGM Grand Fire. On November 21st, 1980, the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino was the scene of one of the most devastating tragedies in history of the city. A blazing fire ripped through the resort, claiming the lives of 85 souls. At the time, hotels in Las Vegas were not required to have sprinkler systems installed. Faulty wiring caused the fire, and it could not be stopped in time to save the lives of those that were eventually lost. Bally's Las Vegas now stands on the site of the old hotel. It is rumored that the ghosts of those that died on that faithful night roam the halls of the new hotel. Number 2. Decomposing bodies under the bed. This urban legend is one that's done its rounds across the U.S. The story goes that guests will stay in a cheap hotel for the night. They'll enjoy a great night's sleep before waking up in the morning to smell a pungent stench coming from under the bed. Upon investigation, the foul smell the guests will discover the decomposing body of a murder victim rotting right under where they laid their head the previous night. It is alleged that this myth started in Las Vegas after gangsters would leave their murder victims under the beds in hotels. Number 3. The Del H. Robinson Middle School Spirit. Middle schools are always a great place for urban myths to circulate. Children love to gossip, and especially when their imaginations get the better of them. The rumor mill can go into overdrive. This myth appears to have far too many witnesses, though, to simply be a creative tale. Students at the Del H. Robinson Middle School have reported seeing a man dressed as a janitor walking around the school premises with blood-stained hands. Some students have even claimed the man followed them home after school before mysteriously disappearing into thin air. In a majority of cases, it has also been claimed that the man will appear in the nightmares of students and threaten their lives. The strange slant to this myth is that all witnesses have claimed their sightings of the man have ended as soon as they have attended the church in the city. Number 4. The La Plaza Mansion Hauntings. La Plaza Mansion is one of the most notorious haunted buildings in the U.S. and appeared on a number of ghost TV shows. A former owner of the property claimed it to be haunted by an evil spirit. One night, the owner decided to confront the spirit, only to have the spirit attempt to choke him to death. The man luckily escaped with his life. After investigating the history of the house, the owner discovered a secret room that was covered in dry blood. It was speculated that the house was once owned by the Vegas mob and was a place for gangsters to take their victims to be killed. The house remains vacant of any residents. Nobody dares to live there, and no one dares to tear it down. Number 5. Dead bodies in the Hoover Dam. This particular urban myth has become so popular that it is almost considered fact. During the construction of the Hoover Dam between 1931 and 1936, it was confirmed that 96 construction workers lost their lives. The more disturbing statistic is that it is alleged that 7 of those bodies never made it out of the dam and remained buried after falling through gaps in the stone. And they are amongst the 4.4 million cubic feet of concrete. Number 6. The Kidney Black Market. This classic urban myth ticks all the boxes. It goes like this. Tourists going out for a night on the town meet some locals in a bar. They have some drinks, but they're spiked, and wake up in a nightmare situation. In 1991, one specific rumor started doing the rounds that an individual was spiking the drinks of unsuspecting drinkers on nights out in Las Vegas and stealing their kidney to sell them for money. Victims would be sharing a drink with a charismatic stranger one minute, and the next minute they would be waking up in a hotel bathtub covered in ice with stitches on their lower back. The perpetrator would leave a simple note stating, "Call 911 or you'll die." Number 7. Siegfried and Roy, or not Roy? Siegfried and Roy are one of the all-time greatest performing duos in Las Vegas. The pair of German entertainers performed their Siegfried and Roy at the Mirage Resort and Casino show for 13 years before Roy's career ending tiger injury in 2003. Here's the most interesting part. It was claimed that the original Roy had actually died and had been replaced by an imposter. Journalists have requested the Clarks County Medical Examiner to release verification of Roy's death, but to this day it has remained a claim that has been denied. Despite the claims being denied by several sources, the rumors continue to spread. Number 8. The Megabucks Curse. In March 2000, Cynthia J. Brennan won the life-changing Megabucks jackpot at the Desert Inn. It was a total of $34.9 million. Tragically, J. Brennan was then involved in a horrific car accident just days after the win. The car accident left her a quadriplegic and ignited rumors that the Megabucks prize was cursed. The flames of this legend were fanned even more in 2003 when it was claimed that an anonymous winner of the $39.7 million Megabucks jackpot at the Excalibur Hotel died right after from a drug overdose. Even though no official confirmation has ever come from winners losing their lives after winning the Megabucks jackpot, many still believe in the Megabucks curse. Supposedly, previous winners have allegedly been killed in plane crashes, murders, in Los Angeles gang fights, and suffered heart attacks. The jury is still out. You also have, of course, those mythical creatures in Nevada, like Tahoe Tessie. Tahoe Tessie is said to be a lake-dwelling creature who resides in the majestic Lake Tahoe, a freshwater lake that straddles Nevada and California. Some believers say she lives in an underwater tunnel beneath Cave Rock, a stone formation north of the state line, Nevada, on U.S. Route 50. The legend of Pyramid Lake, located in Nevada, the Stone Mother. According to the legend, the lake was formed by the tears of a stone mother, who cried so much for her exiled children that the tears filled the lake. She is said to have sat on the eastern shore so long that she turned to stone, where she still remains today with her basket beside her. Area 51. Everyone knows about that, right? Officially called the Nevada Testing and Training Range. This highly secured open training range for the U.S. Air Force in the Nevada desert has been a subject of controversy for many years. One widely held conspiracy involves Area 51 and UFOs. Some stories connected with the site suggest that the remains of a flying saucer that supposedly crashed near Roswell, New Mexico in 1947 was transported to Area 51 for further examination. Since we have so many pictures, let's do some more urban legends. Number 9. Haunting in the Hills. Rhyolite, Nevada. Founded in 1904, Rhyolite, Nevada was once a thriving community with a population of 100,000. By 1924, however, the town's inhabitants had moved or passed away, giving Rhyolite the distinction of being a ghost town. This may have been due to the financial panic of 1907, which led to the mines closing and the banks falling. Some visitors who have toured the remains of Rhodolite have reported ghostly encounters with the town's past residents. Number 10. The Hot Ponds of Jackpot. Jackpot, Nevada may sound like a place where luck is on your side, but this once popular tourist town with naturally occurring hot ponds harbors a paranormal past. An urban legend suggests that a gruesome murder took place at the site. Later, visitors to the area reported spotting unexplained footprints and hoof marks that would appear and then vanish. One tourist also claimed that broken glass mysteriously appeared on the ground and that the air temperature would drop in certain spots without any explanation. 11. The Sphinx, the land that God forgot. A geographic phenomenon serves as the source for an urban legend that continues to intrigue and mystify people to this day. If you ever traveled through Nevada, you probably noticed how Nevada's rivers empty to a small lake. They don't have any visible outlets. These lakes are called sinks, referring to the way the water simply sinks away. An urban legend attributes the sinking water to God, who, after creating the Mississippi and the Missouri rivers, decided to make a third river in Nevada that was grander than the others. God spent time creating 8 smaller rivers that would forge together to make one big river, but he ran out of time and decided to finish the work later. So God tucked in the ends of the river overnight to keep them safe. But when he came back the next day, he forgot about them, and the 8 rivers were left alone, leading nowhere and eventually emptying into the sinks. I hope you enjoyed these legends and myths from Nevada. Thank you for joining us on another Sinister Sunday. If you like these, check out our Sinister Sunday playlist for more. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. And we'll see you again soon.